This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
The views and opinions of the host and guests do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Janae's Uniform Center, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's and Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Jarrows.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Wednesday, August 7th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company on this Hump Day edition. We're going to get over the hump together. I'm in your company right up until 6 p.m. Don't forget, Pearlie will chime in the 5 o'clock hour when we talk sports. But like I said, it is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. And we got lots to talk about. And as a matter of fact, if you want to chime in, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines are open and powered by BTC, 422-GR96, 422-4796. Phone lines are open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free in any one of the Family Islands, 242-300-5720, 24220. BTC Flow Channel 612, Cable Channel 969, and of course, stream us live, take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh new smart talk all day, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right, let's check out the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
Here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views in Madison's 1844, all brought to you by Fine Threads. New arrivals in stock right now, both locations, top of the hill, Mackey Street, the flagship store, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza. Both those locations available for you at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Saturday. And be sure to check them out online, finethreads.com. Do your shopping online, then arrange for pickup at any one of those convenient Fine Thread locations. All right. Big headline. Moxie fires back at Grand Bahama Power Company. Says government does not support electricity rate increase on Grand Bahama. Story by Travis Cartwright Carroll. Minister for Grand Bahama Ginger Moxie yesterday slammed the Grand Bahama Power Company's decision to seek a rate increase for consumers on that island as wholly ill-conceived and prioritizing profit over the well-being of residents. Moxie said the government does not support any rate increase. Oh, the irony in that statement. The irony. Now, I do appreciate the statement from the Minister of Grand Bahamas. Finally, we have something from her. Obviously, she's standing up constituents and the residents of Grand Bahama. But when you make a statement like this, Moxie said the government does not support any rate increase. Wow, this decision. This is the part right here that gets me. That the Grand Bahama Power Company decision to seek a rate increase for consumers on that island as wholly inconceived and prioritizing profit over the well-being of residents. Well, isn't this administration taxing the living daylights out of us, worrying about profits and the bottom line and not worrying about us? My, the irony. My, the irony. But anyway, I digress. Grand Bahama was granted a 3.4% rate increase in 2022, this according to the minister, and now in 2024, amidst numerous power outages, the Grand Bahama Power Company seeks to impose a further 6.3% increase to the base. That can't work. Now, the minister may have her shortcomings, and as you know, every Tuesday, we still waiting to hear something from the office of the Minister of Grand Bahama, but today is a statement. And obviously, she's addressing the sentiments of Grand Bahamians, because you heard yesterday from Sarah and Darren, Grand Bahamians on for that. But all I would implore to the minister with the say this and made a statement on behalf of the residents of Grand Bahama, you need to do it on multiple levels for multiple other issues. Can't talk on some things and not on others. That's all I'm saying. But we've made traction here, folks. We've got a step in the right direction. We've got a statement coming from the Minister of Grand Bahama. So let's see where this goes. Obviously, Bahamians in general cannot take this, especially Grand Bahamians. Let's check out some other headlines. Government issues over 100 destroyed by Tanika Thompson. The government intends to soon demolish more illegal structures in New Providence after more than 100 eviction notices were posted in a shantytown on Cowpen Road last week. Buildings Control Officer in the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs, Craig Delancey, said yesterday the 28-day notices, about 123 of them, were posted in an area called T-Wash last Thursday, Delancey said. Now, Mr. Delancey, when you get to demolishing these shantytowns like you did in the Family Islands, you did a good job with the demolition. Can we please? And I know we don't have a Freedom of Information Act. I know we have a Procurement Act, so I don't know how we'll get it done or how we'll ever know who gets it. But find somebody to remove the debris after the demolition. We've seen what happened in Abaco. We don't need that. So please remove the debris as soon as you demolish these shantytowns that you've given the eviction notices to. And we know the one you're referring to out there on Cowpen Road. Please remove the debris once you demolish said shantytowns. Don't forget that. Caller, I see you. We'll get to you in a sec. Former Eleuthera MP says island facing water supply crisis. Story by Rachel Scott. As challenges with water and electricity supply continued on Eleuthera, former North Eleuthera MP Ricky Mackey yesterday labeled the situation a crisis and said that residents need to know when they will have relief. Things are at a point of crisis, he said. To say it's never been this bad before is an understatement. Look, we heard about the issues with the water in Eleuthera. Now the electricity as well? I mean, you cannot live without the basic necessity. You don't think regular water and electricity power provision can be provided to Eleuthera? Do we really need to be reading about this in 2024? Does it have to get to this level where residents are in peril and in jeopardy and at risk till it gets addressed or rectified? My God. Man charged with murder of ex-girlfriend. Two men on Tuesday faced charges in relation to recent murders. Delroy Wright, 51 of Homestead Street, appeared before Chief Magistrate Roberta Reckley and charged with the July 30th murder of his former lover, Teresa Knowles. Bail was denied and the matter was adjourned until December 5th. And let me get to the other page. You know, I like to do it right. I like to get the whole story, not just pieces of it. Meanwhile, a 30-year-old man, Andre Thompson, is accused of providing assistance to the men who killed Brendan Adderley on July 26th. Thompson faces a charge of abetment to murder. All right. And that's a wrap right there on your headlines. That's just the front page. What's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views in Madison's 1844. I want to hear what you have to say on all of this when we open up the lines on the flip side of the break and we get into the buzz brought to you by John Shoes. But right now, let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Skillo?
I only call you early like this because there's one thing I want to find out from you. I didn't listen to you. Right?
Okay.
That's when Darren must come on, right?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't listen, so I didn't know what you all discussed, but I want to find out from you. I'm listening to this thing in Grand Bahama with the electricity bill going up.
It's a jump up to 6.3%, correct.
Right.
It used to be about 2.2%.
I heard that this was granted by the Port Authority, right?
Well, obviously, you know, there's the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Grand Bahama Power and Company, so obviously they're intertwined.
Right. So now, this is what I want to find out from you. Did Darren talk about that yesterday?
Darren talked about it in depth yesterday. Darren expressed the sentiments of Grand Bahamians far and wide and in large, that they could not take a 6.3 rate increase. This was ridiculous.
Okay.
Considering a jump from 3.4% to 6.4%, it's a 3% increase.
Right. Now, the reason why I wanted to share it with you, I didn't want to say nothing and I out of order. So I went to talk on Darren's behalf because you said he speak on it.
No, he spoke in depth on it.
You and sound like he wasn't down with it.
I think Grand Bahamians in general aren't down with it.
Okay, now my thing is, right, Naughty, correct me if you heard anything. Heard something from over 39 MPs. I heard something from 2 so far. That's Ginger Moxie and what's your boy name now?
Well, it's about time that
Ministry of Health. The fella from Ministry of Health.
Dr. Darvel, but notice you normally hear about them in unison. You know what I mean? And I find it ironic when you hear about both of them talking about Grand Bahama at the same time. Potentially the worst Minister of Grand Bahama in the history of Minister of Grand Bahama is Dr. Darvel, and potentially Miss Moxie trying to unseat him in 2024.
No, I know why he said something on it, because he over there looking at how they dealing with the hospital. So why she's over there, I guess he put in a little 5 cents. But what I'm saying is...
But like I mentioned earlier, we're glad to actually hear from the Minister of Grand Bahama, because she's been very hard to get a statement from. This according to the Grand Bahama News, as well as my contributors every Tuesday here on the show.
I understand all that, right? Now, I listened to the Minister for Grand Bahama, Ginger Moxie.
Mm-hmm. She
showed her concern, she showed why, and she mainly even speak on the behalf of the government.
Well, I mean, this hold on, Skillet. This is a no-brainer, though. If you got every Grand Bahamian up in arms about this, you know you got to make the right statement. You can't say something contrary to that.
But the thing about it, why I say that is to say this. I haven't heard nothing from my cousin. I haven't heard nothing from Crazy Thompson. I haven't heard nothing.
Oh, no, stop. Mr. Pintard and Mr. Thompson have addressed it.
I didn't hear them on none of your shows.
It don't matter. Hold on. But if you make a press statement to the news and a press release is given out, whether it's on my show or the news, and to be honest with you, to be honest with you, national media, if it's released on the news, I mean, you can't get better than that. I mean, you can't get more.
I didn't hear nothing on Guardian News, ZNS News, none of the news.
Mr. Thompson brought up issue about it, and so did Mr. Pintard. Maybe not in depth like what you wanted to, but they have spoken to it.
Okay, well, I didn't hear it, them. Pintard, that's my cousin.
Uh-huh. I mean, Skilla, I got texts texting in right now saying, Naughty, don't go off on Skilla like you do. I mean, Skilla, let Skilla know it's in the dailies. All right? Check the dailies, Skilla, it's there.
Dailies. Well, if it's in the dailies, that's a different. You know, I don't go on no dailies.
All right, I know you don't go on no dailies, but remember now, if it make, and that's fine, and I appreciate, I appreciate how you ride.
I didn't hear nothing.
I appreciate how you ride for talk shows, but if this is press release, right, and it's played on the news, I don't necessarily have to play it on my show because it's been played.
On no news.
Right, you didn't hear.
Neither ZNS.
Right, but it's in the dailies as well. Okay. So it's been addressed in the national media. You can't say the dailies is a national media. You can't say the news outlets aren't national media.
Yeah, I didn't hear something from them.
Well, the statements were there. I'm sure if you give me a second, I'll try to pull some up. But you can go to both dailies, Guardian and Tribune. That their websites are there. The articles are posted.
Okay. Over there.
All right. Yeah, man.
I can tune in.
Yeah.
Sports time.
Not a problem, man. Skilla. Good stuff. But I can't let you say they didn't reply because they did. Now, let's get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll be getting into the buzz, brought to you by John Shoes. I want to know what you have to say about the situation in Grand Bahama and the comments of the Minister of Grand Bahama, Ms. Ginger Moxie. Also like to hear from you on the Eleuthera situation. And we also got to talk about Exuma. Somebody sent me a text right now saying, Naughty, you ever thought that maybe the hotel can't get done and the airport can't get done in Grand Bahama because everything being focused on Exuma? And listen, I've always said $1.2 billion worth of investments in Exuma is a good job. I think Mr. Cooper's done a great job. But maybe we should look at this now. Maybe there's too much investment there. Maybe it need to be spread around. What y'all think? You know, I don't know what y'all think on that, man. Help me figure that one out. What say you guys? That and much more we're going to talk about on the flip side of the break as the Wednesday, August 7th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Percy's Island game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island game.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
We are bucket together when everybody owns. Fried chicken, we are free, bucket for the crow. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Crispy original when we're online. Bucket together under the new dance craze.
Pocket deal. 8 pieces of your favorite fried chicken and 4 buttery biscuits with options to add family fries, a 2-liter switcher, and 4 pineapple biscuits starting at $20. KFC, it's finger licking good.
We go everywhere. Shop early at Janae's Chesapeake Road annual back-to-school sale going on now. Get up to 20% off on all school items in stock. Yes, all school items in stock. Shirts, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, school neckties, PE shorts, in a variety of colors and school monograms. Shop early and don't miss out at Janae's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road's annual back-to-school sale going on now. Remember, we go everywhere. Beat the rush and save, save, save at Janae's annual sale now.
Splash into summer with CIBC Caribbean. Experience a summer wave like never before when you spend with your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card. Lucky winners will receive prizes including a private boat charter, hotel day passes, staycations, dinners, and more. Each time you spend $200 or more, you'll automatically be entered for your chance to win. Apply today for your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.cibcfcib.com/splash into summer BAH. Promotion ends September 7th, 2024.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on?
We're back at you on the Wednesday, August 7th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. Time to get into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John's Shoes. And for everything back to school, John's has got you covered, man. You got your shoes, you got your accessories, you got your book bags, you got your lunch boxes, everything you can imagine. And don't forget, John has small home appliances as well going on, in addition to all of that stuff. You got your fast fashions and your workwear going on. But everything for back to school is at John's. Both locations, John's Plaza, Carmichael, and the flagship store in Rosetta. In addition to that, shop at John's and you have a chance to win some tablets and some laptops and some great back to school giveaways at John's. All right, so be sure to check them out, both locations. John's Plaza, Carmichael, flagship store in Rosetta, and both locations available for you 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And remember, John's serving you is a pleasure. All right, let's check out some of the texts off the text lines right now. And boy, I tell you, I wish my co-workers would leave this text phone on charge. You know, I'm calling him Howard Zhivago. All right. Great show as usual, Naughty. You mean to tell me all those legendary famous manga skin gals from Eleuthera can't bathe or run their Lasco fans? No. They ain't got no power and they ain't got no water. Good afternoon, Naughty. I think you need a point person on the Grand Bahama. We have issues that need to be aired. I will work on someone for you. Thanks, bro. We're catching hell on Eleuthera. Power, water, and cable. Keep me posted, Dexter. Keep me posted. Naughty, what do you think of Chamber CEO Dr. Leo Roll and his comments on the 4-day work week? Very interested. Listen, I'm still looking at the 4-day work week. Real talk, to see mathematically if it pans out. I don't know if we could do it paperwork-wise. But yeah, 4-day work week. If it applied to me, and I only got to work 4 days, yeah, 4 days to jokers, I get 3 off, yeah, man. But I still got to make out. See, I don't worry about 4-day work week taxes. You know why? I got bills. Me and my wife got, kids to put through school. And the boys growing fast. I don't need to feed them or to clothe them. So I don't worry about how many days I work. And I'm just glad I'm working. Because money got to make. But I am looking at it, and in all fairness, Tex, I will be able to comment a little bit more on it on Friday because I'm reading up on a few things, and sometimes I like to do my little due diligence with something like that before I speak on it because there are the pros and the cons to it. Let's get to the phone lines. Caller, call me back if I took too long to get to you. Jeez, it's Wednesday, and you all touched this already. I'll get back, caller. We'll chop it up. Good afternoon, Naughty. We won't get any blessings until we move away from the cursed Moses crew. God is working for his people. Where are all the media personalities they muted? A lot of Tommy Tuckers who sing for their supper are now quiet. They feel in the pain also and can't say anything. They're suffering, as we say in the GNN. I don't know what happened to the mother crew, but I hear every day for you. So don't worry about them. Worry about us, who's still here. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, brother? I want you, hey, I know this ain't 5 o'clock, but you see who tied it, all right? So don't run out with your Baltimore Orioles this afternoon at 5 o'clock when you call, okay?
Oh, man, it's got me mad. That fella coming, anyhow, I can call you back on that.
5 o'clock,
but,
yeah. What you got for me now?
I wonder why things just go up, prices just increase on these stuff. Is it because of that war, you think?
Pardon?
Okay, things just go up. Right, in the food store, right? Is it because of that war that's going on with Kuwait and Russia?
Boy, I mean...
I keep wondering. I know the gas prices ain't going up. It's still the same. And for the past year, everything just go up. I know toothpaste is costing like $4.
I don't... The Russia-Ukraine war? Or if it's a case of... It's just bad for business, and we got entities here who've been making money off this for so many years. They want to continue to make money off it.
Man, but the only thing I could say is because of the war. That's the only thing I could come to.
Hey, listen, that may very well be the case, but I'm just looking back at how we go as a people. You know what I mean? I know them long time. Them people is mine. You see what I say?
But we people ain't gonna go up unless they start to pay high prices. Man, you go into some place I ain't gonna go.
But if you control the market, you can control the pricing, brother.
Yeah, but the pricing shouldn't be controlled just say, okay, I got it up on this out in blue sky. There gotta be a reason. That's what I try to figure out.
Yeah, well, if you're talking about the situation in Grand Bahama with their power company. Yesterday was brought up. I got some texts here today, too. Nor do you think that the Grand Bahama Power Company and the Port Authority indirectly are making this move because they were hit with such an absorbent bill from this government and told to pay up right away?
Well, they didn't give them no reason to go up. They still was paying the same price for the oil.
Yeah, but obviously, obviously...
The oil was costing $5 3 years ago. You're still paying $5
There are mitigating from 3.4% to 6.4%. Got to be something going on there.
Yeah, but why? Why they won't go up? What
but no, hold on, brother. You expect them to tell us the honest truth? You expect them to tell us the answer? No Freedom Information Act, no Procurement Act, no. Come on, man.
You got to know, but you just can't come and say, I'm going up. You got to show a reason why you're going up. Because like I said, prices just change overnight. And I say, well, it can't be because of the oil was costing $5 a gallon from that time. And now, I say only thing could be why cost of living going up because of the war was going on. That's why I say that.
No, listen, I mean, and if you probably do some research, you may find some things that point in that direction. Me personally, that may be a mitigating factor, but I think we got some local factors here too contributing to it.
Yeah, boy, it's a mystery.
And when you put all of them together, then you end up with a burger and not a hamburger, if you know what I mean.
And then we talking about increase minimum wages. When you increase that, then cost of living just going up more.
Just going up more as well. And we've had business owners that said the increase to minimum wage now has cost them.
Right. And then if you go increase it again,
it's gonna cripple some.
Right. Then the business owners they can increase their price to pay that.
Correct.
So inflation. But anyway, I hope you get it right because I don't see. Only thing I can say why things going up sky high is because of the war. That's the reason why I say that. I mean, it could be something else.
I think it's a little bit of both. You know what I mean, brother?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of contributing factors.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, I can call you back.
But we can't really do nothing on that war in the Ukraine. But we could do something in the war that's going on here.
See, Ukraine just produce a lot of things what we use, you know.
No, I get all of that. I get all of that. But like I'm saying, right now, we can't jump up and end that war in the Ukraine.
Oh, no.
What we can do is jump up and ask, why do we have 561 at Rubis, 557 at Esso, 559 at Shell, and say, why can't we get that down?
Well, I see what I'm getting at, right?
When can the retailers make some profit on their investment? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, what I was getting at. Gas price was 5 something for years. But if you look and see the food price in the stores and stuff, just increase, and you know.
Don't talk to me about food shopping, brother, because when I look at VAT every time I check out, you know how much football season coming up. You know how much chicken and beer money done gone in VAT?
I agree. So you can't say because of the gas price going up, so food price going up. Gas price is always 5 something.
I think that market fluctuates separately from the food cost, because there's other mitigating factors for the food cost, the shipping, all of that.
Anyway, I get you.
But that means we should go to be producing more things locally. We got Andros, we got Freeport, we got plenty of places. The average age of the farmer here is 70. We should get a lot of young people involved in farming.
Well, to go on that topic, there ain't nothing happening. All we do be talking bombsy, but I ain't seen nothing happening. You go to the exchange, yeah, they don't have hardly nothing in there.
Let me ask you this question. You hear if Bombsy got insurance on it yet? No. Anyway, let me go on that way. Talking the 5 o'clock hour, man. Be safe. Good stuff as always. Whee! Now I got to look at this one here, boy, and listen. Freetown is an issue too, boy, because they sent me another text today, and now they sent me the breakdown. Naughty, good afternoon. The north side of the Eastern Parade Public Park, located in Freetown Constituency, Poland Division 12 on East Bay Street, needs some TLC from the Public Parks and Beaches Authority. All of the public garbage bins have debris in them and no trash bags. The trees are overgrown in several sections, making it hard for people to walk by. The garbage at the bus stop on Church Street are also full, and bus stop needs serious cleaning. Now I'm looking at the pictures, and everything that has been stated is here in the pictures. And that's the bridge, man. That's Eastern Parade. That's near the Sidney Poitier Bridge. That's near the National Beach Soccer Stadium. There's heavy tourist traffic there, man. My God, the bus bench is horrible. Come on, man. You know, we know who's in charge of that. Mr. Barnaby, I need you to step in. Now, I've seen you've stepped in other areas and been commended for it, but I need you to step in now. This is horrible. Freetown constituency. Isn't that Mr. Monroe's constituency? And they was just complaining about the potholes in Freetown. Now this. And it's clear that it needs some tender loving care. Here's another text. Naughty, you're absolutely right in regards to that text from your texter. I watch tourists walk this area every day. Government on the street, this and that, but every MP should be made to walk from Parliament on days 5 cruise ships are in port straight down to Portisky and back. Not a pleasant route. Much could be easily fixed if there was political will. How do you really feel, Texter? Naughty, the cable is not the problem in the Eleuthera. BPL is the problem. And the fact, Eleuthera ain't got no water neither to go along with it. So, yeah. So let me know. You know? They need to get out to those parks. Man, Naughty, they need to go and deal with that situation by the bridge and other parks as soon as possible. They don't like us Bahamians. Look at all the money we're being sued for and taxed and have to pay for these civil servants. Make them do their jobs. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hello.
Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, you're back in Wayne constituency.
Happy go fly out, man. What's happening?
Yeah, man, everything cool. But you're back on Wayne constituency around the park out there.
Correct.
when they had the sewer smell, they correct that yet?
Listen, I was about to say that. Listen, you mean the essence of you? I can't say it on the radio, but that's not essence. Boy, that's bad. Listen to me, man. One day I made a mistake. I was taking my sons to baseball, and we was rushing going up that way to go up east. You know what I mean? For some strange reason, I had the window down for something or other. Man, when that hit me, but I was like high karate, but that hit me across my nose bridge, hit me in the back of my neck. I felt dizzy. I felt lightheaded. My eyebrow and eyelash caught on fire. My nose and my eyes was burning. That's some nastiness down there, man.
But this from last year. But I was recommending that they probably have to have an open
you know what?
cabinet meeting under the tent just so they could smell it, you know what I mean, or correct it, and ain't nothing changed. And then this park thing with what do you name, Barnaby, you know what I mean? The Gumby, I mean, what do you name? Goodman's Bay.
Correct.
Some garbage with that to declare that up yet.
No, let me ask you, but I thought you couldn't park on Goodman's Bay. Remember for years you had to park outside of Goodman's Bay and leave Goodman's Bay, the track in there for events and for people to exercise and whatnot. Now on the holidays, everybody and their ma and their grandma parked up in the middle of Goodman's Bay.
Yeah, but 52 just a couple of weeks ago was telling them about it, and someone took some pictures and sent it in. That was only probably about 3 weeks, a month ago, right?
Right, and somebody just sent me pictures of potholes in Freetown a couple of weeks ago because we talked about it on the show, and now here we are again.
I talking about Barnaby and the beach and parks thing, man, and they be around here talking about what they see this a couple of weeks ago.
I'm saying if you're talking about parks, then that falls under beach and parks. So if we talk about Goodman's Bay, we talk about the court out there at Nesbitt's with the potholes and thing, that falls under that beaches and parks.
But let me tell you one thing. My nephew called me and said, yeah, they had one, when they had that meeting at C.W. Sawyer, say, the leader and the deputy leader them was just there. When nephew called and said, oh, there's right in the area in Yellow, right? I said, that's why y'all ain't gonna never get it together, you know. They use y'all and y'all so stupid. They talk about ready the troops.
We are the conch, man. I keep been telling you all that for a minute. We are the conch. The conch needs to rise up, grab the baton, and start whapping these politicians.
I tell her, stop holding up these people and
hold them accountable. When they come and they knock on your door and say, look, what you really about? Give them some different questions now.
No, man, you got to sit on the wall and see them coming up the road. Ask them where they come and keep moving past. You know what I mean? Sit on your front wall and tell them, you know, don't even let them in the yard. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, just see if they could kill that scent out there.
Yeah, that scent is horrible, bro. That scent, and I don't know how them dudes could play basketball at Betty Cole Park there at the foot of that bridge with all that scent wafting by.
Yeah, and then I still wait for an account for that king here with the 2.5.
Beechcraft?
No, let's call that the sweetheart air because that's what I'm going to be.
Anyway, I can let you go now and you can try to get me in trouble. Be safe. Happy go fly out. I go on little. Oh, Lord. Let's check the text lines. Great show as usual, Naughty. Our MPs do need to walk. I agree with that texter. They're overweight. No exercise. They need to exercise. They come into politics 150, 160 pounds. And 2 years later, they're at 250, 300 and change. I ain't gonna call no name. And you listed names too. No, I'm not gonna do it. I get your point, Dexter. I get your point, but I ain't gonna go there. Not going there. Naughty, a reason why the parks and beaches aren't being cleaned is because the workers are not being paid and they are not working. So, let's check on those allegations right there. That would speak for a lot. But again, with no Freedom of Information Act, no Procurement Act, so we know who got said contracts to clean said parks, we can't hold nobody accountable. And at Malcolm Park, at Sidney Poitier Bridge, at the foot of the bridge there, at the bus stop, Eastern Parade, other parts of Freetown, it needs work. And there's other areas too. There's a ton in the West that need work. And I wouldn't even talk about in the middle of town, midtown, and in the inner city. Come on. Know better, do better. And you can't have a place like that in the eye of the tourist. looking like that. It doesn't work. And if you walk from downtown to Potter's Key, yes, a portion of Bay Street looks like Ukraine right now, bombed out and depleted. And there's so many ways that we could get that jump started. There's so many ways we could get young entrepreneurs involved. There's so many ways we could get foreign brands involved and make that portion of Bay Street bounce. But when a government lacks vision, we end up just paying a ton of taxes. And we got potholes everywhere, and things get run down, and this is where we are. Without vision, we're lost. Some people may know. You put it up on the wall, look how many things we doing well, how many things we failing at. And that's why we like to reward mediocrity so much. And we can never get better as long as we continue to reward mediocrity. Let's go to the phone line. Talking Heads.
Hi, Naughty. Good afternoon. How are you?
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy somebody brought it up because I've been hopping on Goodman's Bay for a while, and I am saddened by the amount of vehicular traffic that I am now seeing on Goodman's Bay. And
I thought it was just me, but for years you were not allowed to park on Goodman's Bay. You had to park in the other areas.
And the hand has always been down. I mean, I know when they're having the health fairs or whatever.
Correct.
But still, you never park on the green because we have children who go there for various sports events. You have exercise.
And I'm looking at that too. You're talking about that, but how are those people given permission to set up full aerobic classes, full soccer camps, so on and so forth? I know it's a park, it's a public park, but I'm just saying, if all of those activities are going to be going on, you shouldn't really have people parking on that grassy area.
Definitely, and I think it needs to stop. And then on the other hand, on Goodman's Bay, I don't know if you have noticed the pink umbrellas over by the
Hold on,
side.
man, listen here. I was on Go Slow Band the other day, and I almost crashed because I was like, where are all those pink umbrellas come from? And see, nobody can tell me about that strip because I used to work the breezes. So I used to run that strip all the way down to Sandals and back.
And that needs to stop. And
So-
you continually see the tour buses.
But caller, how about this? I've seen the tour buses unload people. I've seen a Junkanoo party bus unload people there. And I've also seen jet ski operators on the news saying that the ramp that they use to facilitate getting the jet skis into the water has now been closed. And if you look down in that area, that old gaming board building and that whole area what used to be rock and roll out there is now fenced up like construction is going on. What's the construction going on out there?
And if you would have passed out there yesterday, they started doing something out there. And, you know, it's so sad that we just sit comfortably by and allow things to happen. Look at you remember the police station on West Bay Street opposite those various homes?
The police station on West Bay Street opposite the various homes. Where now? Remind me now, West Bay.
Opposite Mr. former Prime Minister's house, etc. Remember there was that police station
Right.
building. The building has now gone and it's fenced around. What is going on with that? Has that been sold to somebody else who owns the property? Bahamians need to ask questions. We continually sit down and allow things to happen. But whatever is going on at Goodman's Bay, it needs to stop.
I'm wondering if maybe those pink umbrellas and the construction have something to do with the ramp being closed and Bahamian jet ski operators not allowed to go out from that ramp and use the other ramp.
Well,
Something might be coming, and you know they don't like to tell us what's going on until it happens. So yeah,
so sad.
I got to go down tomorrow to Goodman's Bay or the next day and go have a walk down there and see what's going on with them umbrellas.
And I would like to encourage our reporters, start investigating these things and bringing them to the Bahamian people. This is our country.
Thank you. I think that's what they fail to realize, that they works for us.
I agree.
Good call,
Have a
caller.
good evening.
Don't be a stranger, man. Good stuff. Call back whenever. Good points. Let's go back to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Right there, my brother. And to the previous caller, you know, I'm all in I am all in with her. I settlements. you know, we as Bahamians, we would not come together and really protest about the atrocities that we see going on around us. You know, if you don't sweat the small things, when it comes
you see, Jeff, I think a lot of people do want to protest, but they have a bad taste in their mouth because other protests that have preceded, you know, the cause for this one, I've seen a lot of political opportunists jump up, and it's not people with a bad taste in their mouth.
Well, I could agree with you on that, but you know, the general public that listens to, I would think the general public that listens to these radio stations, especially the various talk shows here on Guardian Radio, can tell the persons who are really for country and the ones who are really for its people or our people, and those who are only in this for their own benefit and opportunity. I believe that the time has come when, you know, even if, and I'm going to say this very saliently, I don't care which political party that you support. If your party is in power and you sit by and you allow them to do the things that they want to do with the absence of the Procurement Act, with the absence of the Freedom of Information Act, we see all these things taken away from Bahamians. But yet you choose to keep your mouth closed because your political party is in. Then guess what? You are just as equal and guilty as those who are doing the atrocities against we, the Bahamian people. And until we get the standard for the nonsense that they do against us, without having to worry about the fear of victimization and intimidation, which, to be honest, at this age, it does not move me one iota. You know, people want you to be quiet. People want you to stay silent with these things. So if you're not going to be vocal with the things that's going wrong in this country and sit by and not say anything, then it gives the appearance that you're condoning the nonsense. I believe it's about time Bahamians truly stand up and call these people out for the nonsense that they're doing to we as a people. I'm going to close on that note, Naughty. Thanks for taking my call.
Good stuff, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. Two texts real quick before we get to the break, and Cuban Willie coming up out of the break. Naughty, good show, great text, great contributions. Quick question. Are those schools ready yet? Has this administration finished the schools, and are they ready for the new school year? And how many Bahamian millionaires have been made since this administration came to power? Good question. Naughty, prices are out of control. Do they have a price control department? And if they do, who's in charge of it? Because they're charging what they want. This is absolutely ludicrous. Boy, the people have spoken. Good stuff, everybody who chimed in. Quick break, flip side of the break. Cuban Willie's numerology report coming up. And we're getting straight into the news, and then we'll be in the 5 o'clock talking sports, so keep it right where you got it. The Wednesday, August 7th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
We are bucket together when everybody out. Fried chicken we are free, bucket for the crowd. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Crispy original when we're online. Bucket together under the new dance craze.
Hot KFC Summer Buck Deals. 8 pieces of your favorite fried chicken and 4 buttery biscuits with options to add family fries, a 2-liter switcher, and 4 pineapple biscuits, starting at $20. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. trend. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Wepa, soy Joe Cuban Willie. It's Wednesday. It's the hump day. We're going to get over the hump together with my lucky 3-ball in my numerology report brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. And today's number in the 3 pelotas, 817-817. That's your 3-ball, your lucky 3-ball from me, Cuban Willie. Play it and win with the Island Game. Stay winning, my friends.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Janae's Uniform Center, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Jarrows.
I got you on the Wednesday. This is going to be July. August 7th. I can't believe July going that fast, I don't mind it being in August because, today is the 7th. We're now 24 days away from the best day in the month of August and the second most important birthday on the calendar next to Christmas, mine. So, yeah, it's a good thing. I'm not upset at that at all. I'm not put off by that at all. Obviously, we're waiting for Pearlie to chime in. And when Pearlie does, we will hear from Pearlie. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into Today in Sports History, brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. And like I said, Pearlie should be zooming in short order. And once he does, I'm sure we will hear, from Pearlie. He needs no introduction. He'll probably come flying in. All right, but let's jump up into Today in Sports History. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. And today's Wednesday. Don't forget Happy Hour, Naughty Johnny's 5 to 7. Great cocktail specials, great food specials going on. Be sure to check them out. And don't forget, Monday through Friday, great for lunch and dinner. Then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. All right. Always worth a trip by the Old Fort Shopping Plaza with Naughty Johnny's, man. Big up to my whole crew out there at Naughty Johnny's. On this day in sports history, August 7th, 1907, Senators game by defeating the Indians 7-2. 1965, Britain's Jim Clark won his 5th consecutive Grand Prix. 1968, in his Major League debut, Joe Keogh of the A's hit a home run in his first at-bat. 1985, a 5-year agreement between the Major League Baseball Players Union and the team owners ended a 2-day midseason player strike. The season resumed the next day. 1987, Bill Mazeroski's uniform jersey, number 9, was officially retired from active service by the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1999, Tony Gwynn of the San Diego Padres got his 3,000th hit. Sports quote of the day. Today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Lou Gehrig, July 4th, 1939. And we know after he made that announcement, he never played again. Very tragic situation right there. The Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. Wow, text us right out of the gate. And that's a wrap on Today in Sports History, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny. Let me know if you got a Pearlie side in there, Mr. Producer. And we'll slide into the home court right now, all brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau. And today's Wednesday, all about Whopper Wednesday. Get you one, get it by yourself, get it as a combo. It's waiting for you at your favorite Burger King Nassau location. $5.79 with the VAT included. You cannot beat that. And listen, there's only one burger. You talk about burgers. Done right? The Whopper is the best thing, bro. You definitely go grab you a Whopper today on Whopper Wednesday at your favorite Burger King Nassau location. All right, let's check out the home court. And we got Miller Weibo comes up short in a repitchage. Listen, I'm not going to go hard on Shawnee. She was injured. She was injured from before. And I think it was a valiant effort. I think she wanted to reward, fans back home. And if she had a chance to do it, she'd do it. Nobody could ever, underestimate the heart of a champion. But I think the injury was too much. I think the best thing for her now is to rehab it, get back in tip-top shape, and do what she does. I think she's still got plenty career in front of her. So I think, we need to support Shawnee on her way back. Same thing with Stevie Gardner. Been there multiple times. Injury bug. That's always been the knock on Stevie. The injury bug has always riddled him. So we need to support them and get them rehabbed and back to where they need to be. However, moving forward, I think we need to open up better lines of communications with certain of these managerial companies that are managing these star athletes, so we know the who, the what, the why, the when, the where as to what's going on. So we don't have to wait 6 and 7 hours to see what's going on as far as why an athlete performed or didn't perform. But at the end of the day, this is really, I think this is about seeing some of the bright spots we have for the future and focus on that. This was not an Olympics that we're going to, take home our usual medals. And we've gotten used. We've gotten used over the years. Let's be honest. Bahamians, go. I think our only chance to medal right now is Devin Charlton. And if anybody's performed at the top of their game for the whole entire year, it's been Devin Charlton. So knock on wood, there's no injuries. Knock on wood, she can perform at her best. And hopefully she can medal. Minister Bowleg stands behind the athletes. Story by Sheldon Longley. There are just 4 days of competition remaining for Team Bahamas at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, France. And things appear to be dim as far as the nation continuing its impressive tradition of at least one Olympic medal since 1992 is concerned. The Bahamas' best medal hope now rests on the shoulders of world indoor champion and world indoor record holder Devin Charlton. But this time she's competing in the longer race in which she has experienced less success. At 60 meters, she's a beast. 100 meters, sometimes she's in dogfights. Another time she dominates. But at the end of the day, that's our only chance right now at a medal. Got their first medal today, as a matter of fact, in the discus. Okay? Not the typical Olympics for Jamaica either. And that is why I always say, you got to keep the cupboard stocked. You got two dominant athletes right now in Stevie and Shawnee. You need to be looking 5-6 years down the road as to who's going to replace them. Get them in the pipeline now. Train them now. Get them to where they need to be. Can't just wait for it to show up. We got to be proactive rather than reactive a lot of times. You can't wait for the cow to be gone to close the barn door. Can't do it. Can't do it. And like I said, if you look at the region, I think there was 8 Olympic champions that did not defend or could not defend due to injury or not performing. So maybe it was just that Olympics, you know what I mean? Where, it all lined up. And we're still waiting for Pearlie. But, I'm sure Pearlie will zoom in any time. You know how Pearlie go. And I want to hear Pearlie's comments on this, too. Let's get to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads. Talking Heads. Turn your radio down for me, please. Talking Heads.
Hey, was there naughty? I'm concerned in this early, right? But because you're talking about the Bahamian Olympic team, right?
Correct.
Naughty, what you said was so true. Stevie and Shawnee, they really need to start now putting some young people them under their wing. But there's a young fella, I don't know if you heard of him yet, 21.
Mm-hmm.
I think he ran I think that was the 2, and he was
Andrews. I think he ran the 2 and the 4.
Right, and he went to the semifinals. And
I think there's a lot of potential there.
He come up short in the finals.
Listen, I think there's a lot of potential there. I think that the 2 young ladies that they made the hullabaloo about in the 400, the potential's there too.
Right. And then I don't know if you...
And the hurdles, the potential is there. The field events, the potential is there too. We got to look to maintain what we have and then also sustain it by going in the pipeline, in the youth programs, and bringing up the best of the best.
Now, Naughty, there was another fella. He's a Bahamian too. get a funny name, who running the 100.
Oh, okay. Listen, now, if you're talking about Andrews runs the 400, are you talking about the 110-meter hurdler?
This one, he running the 100, the finals.
Oh, you're talking about McCoy in the 100 and the 200.
I don't know if he run the 2. But
Wanye McCoy ran the 100 and the 200, ran the 400, and I think we have a hurdler in there as well, too.
So, no, I say all that to say, concerning what you were saying about they need to get some of these young people up and going now. We have them there. They just need to be consistent in their training. And like my man say, he gonna build his confidence now in the things what he know he need to do.
Correct.
To win for the next Olympic event. And like you say, Naughty, that's what they really need to do. They really need to start spending some money on these fellas, man. These athletes, man. You know?
I agree.
Yeah,
I think we need a National Sports Academy to tell you the truth.
Huh?
We need a National Sports Academy to tell you the truth.
That's what I'm saying. They need to now start investing in these young athletes, what they see have the potentials to become number one. Best in the world.
National Sports Academy long overdue, I think.
They need to do something, man. They need to build some kind of sports complex to give these, not only these athletes, even the ones with coming up with it still in high school and things. You know? That's what we need to be pushing for.
I agree with you there, man.
We need to lobby for something like that, man.
I mean, if you look at Jamaica, they may be having a downturn now. And by the way, Jamaica also got a medal in women's triple jump. So, it's triple jump and the discus that Jamaica has medaled in. But like I said, if you look at Jamaica now, this may be a down period for them, but I promise you, by the next go-round and the next World Championships and Olympics, 2 years out, we're going to be seeing a slew of Jamaican talent that we never heard about. But there's been in the pipeline. Every Jamaican friend we know, Lord of mercy, I know about them long time, man, you know?
But
they know, but we don't know, because they got a pipeline.
I think Bahamas can be there, too.
Well, we need to do it.
We can be there, because we have the athletes, then we have the young athletes there, what's coming up.
But look at the training that they have in Jamaica. Look at the National Sports Academy they have in Jamaica. We need that here. We have too many sporting disciplines in this country with talented athletes, Skiller.
Yeah.
We need a National Sports Academy where the kids will get the grounded in the education what they need, but also in the training, the supplements, the eating, the conditioning.
Whoever is the Minister of Sports and Culture, we need to hold him and school him in that area. And he's an open fella. When you want to have a sit down with him, he's open.
No, listen, I have never had a problem with Mr. Boleg, friend of the show, very candid. Yeah. If I call, he will return a call, or he'll answer the call, and he'll give me the answer in the moment. I have no problem by a stick that should be for somebody else. But because he's the minister, they like to whop him first.
Well, I just, like you say, I just hope they, whoever government being coming around at that time, whoever the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, I just hope he have that vision and that...
we need vision, Skill. I can't tell you where to lie.
Vision to do something like that, knowing that it is much needed, you know?
Good stuff, Skiller. I got to get to some text and calls, but good stuff as always, man. Have a good one, bro.
I can wait and tell Pearlie, Pop and Pearlie might come in to talk with some Dolphins.
He coming to talk with y'all dad Dolphins in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
You know, we ain't talking about them Lakers, because we ain't got nothing to talk about them till October.
You know, yeah, we ain't born with no basketball right now.
No, and Anthony Edwards is the man on that USA basketball team.
Yeah, I think carrying on, though.
They carrying on. Listen, that group of death, Australia, Spain, Canada, and somebody else in Greece, they all gone. They got eliminated. They didn't even make it.
Okay.
So America will be. I think America and Serbia are gonna play for that gold.
America and Serbia.
Yeah, Jokic gonna be right there with the Serbians playing against America. Let's see how that go.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that.
Should be a good game.
Anthony Davis would like that too.
Boy, anyhow, you know, and Embiid.
Anthony Davis got something to prove, boy.
Let him prove it in the Laker uniform, okay? Forget the U.S. uniform. Let him prove it in the Laker uniform.
Yeah, okay then, Dodie.
All right, my brother. Be safe. Yeah, but like I say, that's a lot of conversation emanating out of that. And we do need to have a National Sports Academy, I think. I think we do. I think that gets us to where we need to be. Naughty waiting on Pearly, that deep fat fryer guy, turning that burger and trying to get ready for that Dodger game. No, I think he's secretly watching the Yankees afternoon matinee game, to tell you the truth. You know he's a baseball junkie. You know that. Naughty, all the focus is on Gardner and Miller-Weber, but nothing is being said why Donald Thomas did not compete in the high jump. Have you heard anything? I'm on it right now. WhatsApp Sheldon, he's over there. I'm sure I'll get something. Hopefully by the end of the show. All right, here's another one. Naughty, let's be honest. When we have people allowing their 13-year-old daughter to make the pick for a national team, we are doomed. My apologies. Thank you, Texter. America's playing Serbia in the semifinals. It's either going to be France or Germany. All right, so yeah. Some of the calls that the French team has been getting in this basketball portion of the Olympics. Listen, home cooking can done. Home cooking can done. And listen, I could be honest with you. If you all watch the Chappelle Show, you know certain things. You know, I joined that hater society from the Chappelle Show. The haters. That's right. We're haters. We'll hate on everybody. That's how we do. We just hate everything. You know I don't like your boy LeBron. You know it'd be a happy household for me. France wins the gold. My wife could run on about her Spurs, Wembanyama. And, you know, you got dudes like Evan Fournier who've been taking crap for his name for years to get a medal. And I could sit there and say LeBron lost again in the Olympics. Yeah, man. That could all work out for me. That could be, as far as like a LeBron hater goes, that could be like an ideal thing for me. That might, Mr. Producer, you think that could pan out for me like that? Happy wife, happy life. She happy Wemby gets a gold. I happy LeBron choked again. The Bronsexuals can't say nothing to me. And we slide right into football. Then I got to take abuse from my Cowboys. But I used to know something. And here's my theory, Mr. Producer. Follow this. The Dallas Cowboys, if I were you out there, I would go to the Island game right now, and I would look at Super Bowl futures and the odds for a team to win the Super Bowl, and take your money and bet it on the Dallas Cowboys. Caller, I see you. I'll get to you in a second. Now, here's the theory behind it. The last time the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl was 1996. That was the same year a celebrity lost their ear in public. Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear. Forward the tape to 2024. Who celebrity just lost the ear recently in public? Donald Trump. Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl this year because Trump lost an ear. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And when it happens, you just let them know I said it first. All right? I'm telling you. Google it. 1996, last Cowboys Super Bowl. Evander Holyfield loses the ear to Tyson. Forward the tape to 2024. Trump lost the ear. Half an ear. Peak for me to think the Cowboys could win the Super Bowl, Texter. Don't push it. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Good afternoon, Naughty.
Naughty. What's happening?
Great. Naughty. See, a lot of Bahamians don't understand when it comes down to our athletes. Okay, let's look at Mullins. This is the first time that we ever had a Bahamian.
I was going to say, I said that today, Happy, in a conversation. I said the fact that we're missing the big picture, what that is, Naughty, he's the first decathlete we've ever had.
That's what I'm saying. Now watch this.
And the decathlete has, what, 10 disciplines in it?
I'm telling you, boy, that's rugged and rude.
The last time I heard about the decathlete, Brucey Jenner was winning the gold in it, and we know what happened to Brucey.
Yep.
The Kardashians.
Another thing, Naughty, we got two girls going into the semifinals in the hurdle.
Correct.
We might have three in the recharge if Cartwright make it through. History. Never we had no one in the 100 hurdles.
This is true.
Countries, millions of people. What's the young person name who had their personal best? What's the name? The person name?
Pardon?
Yeah, who had their personal best over there in?
Well, we had several. We had several in swimming had the personal best, but didn't qualify. We had some in track and field that didn't qualify.
Yeah,
Oderboy did well and finished 13th in the javelin.
See, a lot of people.
Nobody's really talking about our field athletes. We got two studs for the future in javelin, male and female. We got the hurdles. We got long jump coming along. We got triple jump coming along. We got some discus. We got some yeah.
Now, what government needs? Let me tell you, Burley. When these big
This naughty. I'm infinitely better looking and younger.
Okay, no, sorry. When they come over to build these $1 million hotel, you know what the government needs to tell them? Now listen here. At the end of every year, we can need $5 million from you to go towards our sporting. But you know, someone said, Doug, they can't ask for no more because they might ask for too much under the table.
No, why don't you do this? Why don't you take a page out of America's book, since we love to imitate our neighbors to the north, and just how they have the U.S. Olympic Committee, have the Bahamas Olympic Committee, and you get every business involved in this country to support Team Bahamas. So when you shop at Kelly's, part proceeds go to Team Bahamas. When you at KFC, or are you at Burger King, or are you at Anthony's, boom, you get your, some goes toward it. Whether you're at Tropical Gyros, or you're at John's, or whatever.
Yeah.
Get it in there.
They don't plan the total body that these
and that
athletes
funds
have
your
to go
year-round
through.
program, your training, your National Sports
You need
Institute, where you get...
training, You need supplements.
Correct.
You need chiropractor, massage, everything in the book that you need. And it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap.
Happy, good stuff as always. I got to get to the break, but good points as always, man.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we got to keep talking on it. We got to keep agitating the National Sports Academy. I'm with you, my brother.
All right.
Good stuff as always. Naughty Only Devin made the finals. And guess what? I feel that everyone in the Bahamas Olympic Association and the BAAA should be held accountable. Heads need to roll on this one. You all still calling for heads to roll, eh? Anyhow, let's get to the break. Flip side of the break. We'll be back. We'll be talking more sports. Hopefully, Pearlie will be in the building as the Wednesday.
I've been here for a while.
Then why didn't you say nothing?
Because you tell me I jump in.
No, because yesterday I said that's the last I could do. You could kick down the door anyway. I even said earlier, Pearlie will just make itself known.
Sorry, I apologize.
All your track and field acumen, you couldn't have chimed in with Happy just now on the National Sports Academy?
No, I agree with Happy. Happy did well with that conversation.
This
I
is-
think it's something we did.
this is what-
But see, I'm an advocate of putting administrators to run these things, not because somebody ran track or somebody played.
Thank you.
They should be the manager. Somebody who knows what they're doing. If you look back at all the David Stern never played a day in the NBA.
This is what I'm thinking. I got to read this text to you. I agree with you. And then you bring in the former athletes and stuff as consultants and so on and so forth to make it run properly. But here's the text that I've been waiting to tell you. Naughty, you round here looking for Pearlie? Pearlie ain't coming. He's trying on his new Jazz Chisholm jersey that he ordered and got off Amazon. Also, the D-backs are surgeons, so he could be in the belly with the belly breakdown because they can catch his Dodgers, and Mookie can't help. Oh, what a shame. Couldn't happen to a nicer dude.
You know, Jeff, I love you to death, Jeff. I love you to death, Jeff. But Mookie is back next week. Muncie is now looking good to be back in 2 weeks. We should be, by the end of the month, we should be back. All our players should be back. We had 3 of our top 5 hitters off the team for the Freddie that came back 2 days ago and hit the cup off the ball already. I'm worrying about him. I'm not worrying about it. It's how you finish. And we can finish better than we've done before this time.
Good. Now we finished with this break. Let's get to the break, and we'll pick it up on the flip side of the break as the Wednesday, August 7th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more cares, means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
we a bucket together when everybody out. Fried chicken we a free bucket for the crew. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Crispy original when we online. Bucket together under the new dance craze.
Hot KFC Summer Bucket Deal. 8 pieces of your favorite fried chicken and 4 buttery biscuits with options to add family fries, a 2-liter switcher, and 4 pineapple biscuits, starting at $20. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday in Sound Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well, what
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport Convenience Stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama Market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
You're listening to Talkin' Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
We're back at you on the Wednesday, August 7th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty along with Pearlie and your company right up until 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Boy, Pearlie, we got a good final 15 today, boy. Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright, they're talking about Pat Mahomes, where he should really be ranked, you know, and his ranking and where he does rank out as a quarterback. Jim Harbaugh in L.A. with the Chargers. Dark horse on the Chargers.
Yeah, I hear somebody that they say don't sleep on them.
Because Harbaugh gets in and gets fired up. This dude is running sprints with the offense.
You know, I'm actually sitting next to a Steeler fan right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pearlie. I apologize.
I know, but I want to tell them.
Do you have your wipes and your sanitization nearby?
Yes, I have all of that with me.
Real quick, go ahead and make your point. But I have a Pittsburgh Steeler point I need to bring up when you finish. So go ahead.
Saying that this may be the first year that the Steelers don't have a winning record.
Oh, really?
No, let the person who you sitting next to know that they have not been given express written consent to speak on this show. So if they can talk Steeler foolishness, they can't talk. Mute that voice there, Mr. Producer. Pearlie, go ahead. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
No, I'm just saying. So people are saying this might be the first year under Tomlinson that they not have a winning record. However, I understand that San Francisco, because the Patriots off the book with that now. That fell through.
Listen, I have Pittsburgh's.
If they pick him up, then they might be a little halfway
decent. I have Pittsburgh's out of there too.
Oh, they out to pick. I know. Maybe that just happened over the day. So
I hear they had a deal in place. It might still be there, but I hear the dark horse, who's now the front runner for the trade in Brandon Ayuk, is actually the Cleveland Browns.
I heard it was Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
The 49ers are prepared to trade Ayuk to Cleveland for Amari Cooper and other picks.
That's not a bad move.
That's not a bad move at all. It's not.
That's a big man. If they pick him up, then I'd give Cleveland that division.
Now, tell that Steeler fan on the other side of you, right? And tell her, the only reason she's getting talked to this way is because it's football season and she's a Steeler. So get used to it. Basketball, baseball.
Let me make it worse for you. Her husband is a hardcore Dolphin.
I ain't gonna ask what you doing. Hey, I ain't gonna ask you what you doing sitting next to another man, Dolphin's wife, who's a Steeler. I can leave that alone.
She's my baby sister. That's like my baby sister.
But that sounds like someone who I know from in the Chippenham community, whose husband just have to sleep outside when the Dolphins and the Steelers play and they lose.
Yes.
So tell Siobhan I say what's up. But also, let Siobhan know controversy is brewing in Pittsburgh. Apparently, the team, the coach, especially in the quarterback room, have all galvanized around Justin Fields.
I'm hearing that.
So much so that today you're hearing talks about if they can't find a trade partner for Russell Wilson, his career could be over.
Wow. But you know,
because I don't think Russell is going to ride a year being a backup to Justin Fields, and if Fields stays healthy and wins that job, Russell going to hold a clipboard.
Yeah, but Fields ain't gonna get that job for day one. Fields may get that job in week 3 or 4 or 5, but not in week 1. Week 1 is gonna be no matter what go down, unless Russell Wilson really stink up the joint. He's gonna be the starting quarterback week 1.
Well, from what I'm hearing is the offense concepts, the offensive playbook, and the offense runs infinite than with Wilson. Now, the only thing I can say is they got some preseason games to play, so let's see how it pans out.
Like I say, he has to really stink up the joint. If he plays decent, he's going to be the starting quarterback until something go down, until everybody start calling for his head, but it won't be right away.
And you know who
he's going to be under a microphone, under a microscope, yes.
Real quick, hey, Texter, thanks, man. I'm going to double check the Sidney Cartwright as far as being a decathlete in the 80s. I will double check it, man. Not a problem.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
And I will double check as to why Donald Thomas didn't compete either.
Sidney was from the government high school. He was from the school before they moved where they are now. And then he was there.
All right, perfect. All right, let's get to these scores, Pearly. We got to get these picks in. But I got to remind folks of everything. Listen, I talked to the Island game today. Listen to me, man. They done upped it from yesterday to today. Now listen here. They got the NFL Survivor going now, and it's up to $35,000 in cash and prizes for first place.
Yeah, trip to Spain. Yeah.
No, it ain't no trip to Spain, buddy.
For me, I'm looking towards going to Spain. It's trip to
I'm
Spain.
thinking the 35 in cash and prizes might include a trip to the Super Bowl. Dum-dum. Thank you very much. Now here's what you do. All you have to do is go to the islandgame.com, all right, and sign up. Okay? It's $20 an entry fee. You sign up, and it's real simple. Visit the website, theislandgame.com, verify with customer service over WhatsApp, because they give you a WhatsApp number, make a deposit, and receive a bonus sportsbook cash bonus for signing up.
Okay.
So it's real simple. Now, it's $20 to enter into the Survivor, and real easy, you can enter as many times as you want.
Okay.
You have to do it by September 8th, and here's how Survivor works. You can't pick the same team twice. So here's what I would suggest. Look at the Carolina Panthers. See how many games you think they're going to win. Most every week, you could pick who's playing against the Panthers and come out all right. So if Dallas plays the Panthers, you could go Dallas this week. Miami plays them next week, go Miami next week. Pittsburgh play them the following week, go Pittsburgh. Because all 3 of them games, the Panthers should lose.
Okay.
Can't pick the same team twice, and whoever's the survivor. The last man or woman standing is going to get that $35,000 and a trip to the Super Bowl.
Sound like a plan to me.
Yep, and you know what? I hear we're eligible to play, Pearly. That's a good thing. Can you imagine? Right. We play, we win that trip, and the Cowboys and the Dolphins end up in the Super Bowl?
Sound like a plan to me.
And you know the last time the Cowboys and the Dolphins played in the Super Bowl, you know who won, right? 24-3.
Oh, Lord.
Greasy with that big sack. But anyway, that's a different story. Bob Lilly with the sack on Greasy. But anyway, right now the Yankees lead the Angels 5-0.
Were you even alive for that?
No, I Googled it. Oakland A's lead 3-2 over the White Sox. And the Diamondbacks lead 4-2 over the Guardians. Tonight in baseball, real quick, Pearl, you got to do a rapid fire. The Reds and the Marlins, I like the Reds over the Marlins tonight.
Me too.
Padres and the Pirates, I like the Padres over the Pirates tonight.
They home, and where they are?
In Pittsburgh.
I like Pittsburgh tonight.
Giants and the Nationals, I like the Nationals in the upset tonight.
Nah, I like the Giants tonight. Snell pitching.
Oh, yeah, I might have to read. Yeah, Snell pitching, I going with the Giants. Yankees and the Angels in game 2 or the doubleheader. I like the Yankees to win game 2 as well.
The Yankees, yeah, that's a sleep.
Baltimore and the Blue Jays. I like Baltimore on the road against Toronto.
Yeah,
Brewers on the road against Atlanta. I like Atlanta at home tonight.
Yeah, they got Sale pitching tonight, so yeah.
Rays and the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So go with the Red Sox. They beat Lugo last night.
Yeah, I like the Royals tonight, though.
Mets and the Rockies. I like the Mets to win that one.
I like the Mets tonight.
Tigers and the Mariners. I like the Mariners to win that one.
I like the Tigers tonight. Scabal pitching tonight for them. That's their one chance to win.
You all win last night?
No, we get beat last night. I like us tonight.
I got the Phillies again for 2 straight tonight.
No, Galvin Stone looking too good. I like my Dodgers tonight. We can take 2 out of 3.
There you go.
I didn't expect to sweep the Phillies. The Dodgers and the Phillies got basically. That's
a preview of your National League Championship Series if things go right. But good stuff as always, Pearly. I know you're going to chime in tomorrow. You'll be holding it down. You got a full show tomorrow, so everybody got Pearly on Thursday. I'll be back on Friday, and MJ will be in the building, so keep it right where you got it for Talking Heads, all right? Quick break. Flip side of the break, Nick Wright and Colin Coward taking us home. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads. Pearly got you. Be good, Bahamas, and if you can be good at it.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's pension plan, Island game, keep you winning. Percy, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's pension plan, Island game, we got you. Percy's pension plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your master.
Building telephone 302-2361. You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
He was very worked up. I mean, all I know is you were standing, you were yelling, there were things being moved. You looked like that political guy on MSNBC. You were moving stuff everywhere. So I want to throw this out.
There's a lot going on. Oh, I was like Kornacki. Oh, I'll take that. I don't know if you're talking Jim Cramer. I won't take that.
No, Kornacki.
Steve Kornacki, I'll take that proudly. Yeah, I just need the khaki pants. Listen, it's an outrage and it's an insult, and it's further evidence as to why, honestly, I should be the only person entrusted to make any type of sports list. Like, we can't trust the media. We can't trust the players. I saw, we have colleagues stealing my pyramid and putting Aaron Rodgers at the top. You did a tiers, which I respected. However, you had Mahomes and Josh Allen on the same tier. It should just be left to me. Like, it's a heavy burden, but one that I will carry proudly. And when people tried to justify it, like, well, the voting took place in December. Oh, so the voting for the best football player alive took place while Patrick Mahomes was the defending league MVP, the defending Super Bowl MVP, and the defending Super Bowl champion. And he came in fourth. He wasn't even voted the best quarterback. Like, if the players wanted to get kind of hipstery and be like, Myles Garrett's impact on the game, and he's a real football player, and Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, fine. But to have another quarterback in front of Mahomes is an embarrassment. And it undercuts the credibility of the entirety of the list. And the list was scattershot to begin with. Having Deron Bland ahead of Sauce Gardner, I would imagine that rightfully enraged J-Mac. Having, hey, Aaron Rodgers is on the list, and our guy Baker Mayfield is off the list. Give me a break. Did people watch football last year? Come on. There are a lot of problems, but none bigger than Patrick Mahomes coming in number 4. And sadly, for the NFL, and this is why it matters, Colin, the Chiefs now simultaneously can be the two in the midst of a dynasty with the most talented player we've ever seen and underrated, disrespected, nobody believes in us.
That's right.
And people can say, Nick, you're making that up. 4 of the last 5 playoff games Patrick Mahomes has started, he's been the Vegas underdog. And now the list is saying the Niners have 9 players in the top 100. The Cowboys have a half dozen. The Chiefs have 3, only 1 player on their defense, which was dominant, and don't even have the best quarterback in their own conference. Okay, let's see how that works for the whole league over the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's actually, it runs the same course that the Patriots did, where Brady was called a system quarterback while collecting rings, and they were always called less talented than the Ravens. And so I do think in the NBA, we tend to anoint in the media before they deserve it. And in the NFL, we're more critical and cynical after you deserve it. And I think part of that is the NFL media is tougher. The NBA media, because it doesn't want to lose access to its 4 or 5 big agents or stars, tends to anoint Ja Morant. You know, he's a kid. He's like a poor shooting guard. And I'm not just blaming the media, but I think there is a reason for it. And I think a lot of it is based on you get a lot more love as a basketball star in our country early, probably earlier than you deserve, and you get chopped at constantly, even if you're a champion. That's how it feels to me.
Well, I also urge to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And even though Mahomes is 28 years old, I mean, my pal Mike Florio wrote an article a few weeks ago saying this is really what the article said. Mahomes is 28, which means he turns 29 in September, which means 30 is around the corner. So how much longer is he going to play? And with respect to my pal Mike Florio, I don't think anybody's worried about Patrick Mahomes retiring. And yes, I do appreciate him explaining how the passage of time and aging works for people who didn't know it. But whether it was post 13 seconds game, the American media had kind of decided, because Mahomes after that game lost to Burrow, Josh Allen's the guy. And then Allen didn't have the year they expected. So it's like, oh, okay, Burrowhead, Joe Burrow, he's going to be the guy. And then they lost to Patrick. And then last year it was like, okay, the Chiefs are a wounded animal. They lost to the Raiders. They can't win. And then despite that, them winning the Super Bowl and going on the road and being underdogs in the last 3 games, I think people are tired of the Chiefs' inevitability, but we're just in the middle of it. It's not the last years of Tom and the Patriots. We are still in really the act of this play. So the urgency to move off it, I think, is foolish.
So it's interesting. I want to talk about a team in the Chiefs division. So I was joking earlier that in gymnastics, I still don't understand the scoring system. I mean, it's all subjective, but in sports, basketball, football, baseball, I get box scores and first down markers, and there's certain definitive answers. So I tend to be, when it comes to those sports that I grew up with, like, well, this is proven, I've seen it. So with Jim Harbaugh, San Diego College, boom, works instantly. Right. Yep. Stanford was the worst program in the country, 0-12 at one point when he took him over or something like that. Within 2 years, good. 3 years, excellent. San Francisco, overnight. Michigan, 5 wins to 10 overnight. I have proof. And in none of them is he had a great receiving core. Strangely, they're all built the same way, but we love teams with fancy, fast receivers. The Chiefs are better, frankly, without Tyreek Hill. It's a fact. The Cowboys won more. Des Bryant leaves. Dak's better, actually. So my take is, I've seen this. He had one receiver at Michigan and won a national title. They didn't throw the ball. They're going to be excellent because he drafted, offensive tackles, got a bunch of running backs.
Sure.
Why are we doubting they're going to be great really fast?
Well, so there's, to me, two flies. I agree with your premise, and I do think Harbaugh is a proven out. I understand that some people wanted them to take Neighbors at 5 because they already have the left tackle taken care of. I do get the logic of being like, how about we just simply don't have to worry about our tackle position, either one, for the next 10 years with Slater and Alt, and it's the type of team you want to be. I get that. I don't think that's bad logic, so I understand that. The first concern is the plantar fasciitis or plantar fascia injury for Herbert is always ominous, and for people that understand this better than me, is say, that can linger, so that's a minor concern. But the other issue he's going to have is Colin. I think you alluded to it in his career. In his last 3 stops, what's the only one he didn't compete for a championship in? Because he competed for it with San Francisco. He won it with Michigan. The answer is Stanford. And why? Because they were not, as great as they were never consistently the best in their own conference. Well, the Chargers are not going to be the best team in their own division. And I see you on all your media outlets flirting with this idea of the Chargers winning the AFC West because you so badly want to do the thing we just told past the Chiefs. I think the tough putt is, are the Chargers and Justin Herbert ever actually going to, and shouldn't say ever, but in the next 5 years, in the next 6 years, going to be better than the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes? That I have real reservations about. Can the Chargers be a playoff team? Absolutely. Can Harbaugh instantly turn them from a 5-win team into a double-digit win team? If Herbert's healthy, I think that can happen. But I think it's very, very difficult to make the Super Bowl if every playoff game's on the road. And if you don't win your own division, every playoff game is going to be on the road. And that part to me is the toughest thing for Harbaugh to get over.
So I think let's talk Olympic basketball and Joel Embiid. So I think you can explain Steph Curry struggling, his age. He struggled at the end of last year. The FIBA rules, games are shorter. You don't get the touches. He's out of rhythm. He's a rhythm volume shooter. Embiid's different. So in Philadelphia, the front office is terrified to criticize him. And because he's a great quote and a funny guy, the media loves him. And we blame Ben Simmons for everything wrong with the Sixers. I mean, you could blame him for climate change, all right? James Harden, similarly. Easy guy to blame, marginalize. But this has been different. This is now Embiid at the Olympics. And he is in the way. He doesn't elevate others. And it's got an Aaron Rodgers feel where you could always blame the Packers' conservative front office and shows up, and immediately by November, you're like, I think he's actually better. Let's stop the Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady arguments. It's not close. He's just prettier than Tom as a thrower of the football. And we talk about Embiid and Jokic and Giannis. No. He's not athletic like Giannis. He doesn't elevate others like Jokic. He doesn't defend like AD. Can we just acknowledge the Olympics have been an awakening? We have to take him out of that group we often say runs the league.
So, listen, I think everything you said there, unfortunately, is fair. Because I have been an Embiid fan. I have picked the Sixers a couple times to make the NBA Finals. I admit if I have biases, I admit them. I think their GM, in addition to being a pal of mine, I think is one of the sharpest, savviest minds in basketball. So I root for Daryl. I root for the Sixers to a degree. But all those critiques, I feel, have been crystallized in this Olympic run.
Yes.
Which is he isn't in great shape. Now, part of that is, circular, which is he gets hurt, so he can't be, he can't do the conditioning he needs to. That leads to more injuries. And so you wonder, is that ever going to get fixed? I thought some of the quotes he gave were really unfortunate. What the stuff he said about, LeBron and Durant and those guys, it's like those are your teammates for these few weeks. That to me is odd. And the fact that when they put this Olympic team together, Embiid, obviously, not born in the States and then theoretically was going to play for France, and then we ended up getting him. It was a huge coup. It was supposed to be the cheat code for this Olympic team.